It took almost 7 years for my wife and I to conceive our twins. Before then we had tried everything and I just gave up and asked my wife that we should begin adoption processes. I didn't mind at all, but she said she never wanted to adopt and she would keep praying for God to do it. It so happened that I got back from my trip and got the good news that we were pregnant. My wife said she didn't want to know the sex of the child, so we didn't bother insisting to know. When we had the children, I was out of town and my wife was with her mother in Calabar because she didn't want to be alone while I was away. I asked my sister and my mum to go stay with her, but she had already packed up and got on a road trip to Calabar. All of these didn't seem strange to me at all because my wife has always been attached to her mother. Easier this year, during the whole DNA brouhaha on social media, I decided to do a secret DNA test on our 9-year-old twin girls. To be clear, I have never doubted they're mine. Their looks take after me and my wife actually. After doing the DNA test, I found out they aren't mine, which devastated me, but I was willing to continue to be their father. I moved out of the house while my wife's family continued to beg for her. This isn't the surprise. The crazy part in all of these is that my sister told me she had a dream that my wife wasn't the mother of the children too. I told her that was impossible, she was pregnant all the time. She pointed out that she noticed that during pregnancy, my wife sometimes bent down too quickly, and towards the end of the pregnancy she was still active and not slow like other pregnant women. I began to piece things together too, and I didn't want to believe it, so I said to my wife that for there to be any chance at all of reconciliation, she must also through her own maternity test. This was what broke the camel's back because she blatantly refused to do it. Someone that was begging and crying and threatening to kill herself, promising on the Bible that it was a mistake, and she never opened herself to any man since then. She refused to do it until our pastor intervened. She told the pastor eventually that there's no need for DNA test, she isn't the mother. She confessed she traveled to Calabar at the end of the pregnancy period to a place where babies were born and you can pick them up immediately and go straight to the hospital and act as if you gave birth to them. She was never pregnant. She said the organization who did this helped with what they'd used to make them look pregnant. All I want to know from you is why. Why did she do all that when I suggested adoption? W could have adopted these children if she had told me, and this wouldn't have been a problem. I am so exhausted right now at the extent to deceive me. Why did she do that?